Remember that massive Twitch hack that leaked the earnings of the platform's top streamers? Well, now several streamers in Turkey are being questioned about their earnings, as well as some admitting to their involvement in an alleged money laundering scheme. So what happened, and how did allegedly $10 million get stolen? Hey y'all, before we get into the video, I gotta remind you, as always, to hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and don't forget to leave us a like and comment. Now, let's get back to the story. So y'all, before we get started, I just wanna say that none of us here at theScore Esports speak Turkish. So I reached out to Sinan Koyuncu, who is a Turkish esports journalist. He helped me fact check my information, provided translation, provide context, as well as additional information. This video would not have been possible without him, so a huge thank you to him. So remember a while back when a hacker posted a, quote, extremely poggers leak that leaked the top streamers' income from the platform? People memed on streamers for a week and then everything just kind of died down. But it hasn't completely died down. In fact, for the Turkish community, it's done nothing but become bigger. Turkish streamers are now being accused of participating in a money laundering scheme via stolen credit cards. Allegedly, someone would have the stolen credit card information, use the credit card information to donate to streamers, and then the streamers would send some of the money back to the original donors, aka the person who stole the information. This is done so it is unclear where the original source of the money was. It's a win-win for these two groups. Everyone would be making money, and no one would be losing anything because the money was stolen. Except for the person's credit card information that was stolen, they would be losing lots of money without their consent. This, my dears, is a form of money laundering. If you're not sure what money laundering is, that's okay. Let me break this down for you. Money laundering is where someone gets money, whether it's stealing or some other illegal way, then sends it through a bunch of different channels and places so you can't tell where that original money came from, and then that money eventually returns to the original thief. You might have heard about it like the way I did when Turkish Valorant players like CNED were questioned about their involvement in this. We touch on this, do not jump to conclusions right now. So how did this alleged money laundering scheme come to light? On October 23rd, on the Night Online forum, a forum dedicated to the MMORPG Night Online, a document was posted that compared the followings of streamers to the money that they made, as well as conversations with a, quote, bit provider. The post said that smaller streamers were making insane amounts of money via bits compared to their viewership. The numbers just didn't add up. The streamers were far too small to be making so much money. Sinan explained to me that the original post has been deleted due to threats that were made, but it has been reposted a second time with new names added. This time, no conversations were included. To help put this in perspective, according to Middle East Eye, quote, some were found to be earning up to $1,800 a day, despite having just 40 to 50 viewers. The money was being made through bits. If you're not sure what bits are, that's okay. Just know that 100 bits is equivalent to $1 US. You donate bits and sometimes you get little fun rewards from your streamers, a skit, a gag, or sometimes a sound cue, whatever. Basically, it's like any other donation with your money. For those of you who are not understanding why this is such a big deal, that is a crazy amount of money to be making despite having such a small amount of viewers. After the initial information came out, a big streamer in Turkey named Jarain was made aware of the list and tweeted about it on October 23rd, including the claim that this was happening via stolen credit cards. Jarain has about 600,000 followers on Twitter and 1.7 million on Twitch. Sinan explained to me that this is when the story really began to spread. Jarain's tweet made people aware of the situation beyond just the original post and the Night Online players. With so many earnings not making sense and alleged conversations about this donation process, people began to dig. Basically, there was some smoke and people began to look for the fires. Duvar English, the English language source for Turkish online news site Gazette Duvar, specifically reported that according to Jarain, quote, the streamer after receiving the money pays their predetermined commission, generally 20 to 80% or 50-50, to launderers through the crypto wallets. So with this alleged scheme, if you were the perpetrator, this is how it would all go down. You would steal their credit card information, use that information to donate bits to a streamer, and that streamer would send you some of the money back. To be clear, I'm not saying to go out and do this. Please do not commit crimes. Another streamer named Grimnax tweeted out screenshots of Discord messages which allegedly show discussion about the money laundering scheme taking place. Grimnax declined participating in the scheme and then made a joke in the tweet that he must have been a bad streamer since he only offered him a 20% cut. Another streamer quote tweeted Jarain and shared screenshots that seemed to corroborate what Jarain was saying, showing Discord messages that allegedly show a conversation about bit donations. This tweet is from someone who allegedly shows a credit card transaction that was never authorized by them. It's been reported that up to $10 million was laundered through this alleged scheme. Duvar English also reported that in another interview, Durain said that this has been going on for years. Grimnack seemed to confirm what Durain said about the length of time this has been happening when they told the publication Middle East Eye that, quote, "This is something that many of us have been aware of for a long time, but we couldn't confirm Twitch and the owner Amazon nor the audience for years. We waited for the prominent names on the platform to talk about this issue as I and mid-level influencers like me weren't loud enough." So what has been the outcome of all of this? Well, a lot has happened since the story first emerged, so please bear with me. The calls for information and justice actually grew to such a large size that members of the Turkish government began to take notice. Politician names, and I apologize for butchering this name, Gürsel Tekin has called for investigation and used the trending hashtag #TemizTwitch or #CleanTwitch. Another politician showed support for the hashtag #TemizTwitch movement on Twitter. A journalist also reported that the parliament speaker said they would be looking into the events. Sinan told me that it looks like an investigation was officially started. A Twitch spokesperson also said in a statement that, quote, "Recently members of the Twitch community have expressed concerns toward the legitimacy of some creators' revenues in Turkey. We want to assure our community that we do not hesitate to take decisive action against accounts engaged in prohibited conduct. We take efforts to combat and prevent financial fraud on Twitch on a regular basis, and in September alone, we took action against over 150 partners in Turkey for abuse of our monetization tools." Duvar English have also since reported that Turkish streamers boycotted the platform until November 5th, and that the Riot Games manager of Turkey said that they are aware and monitoring the situation. What started out as just a forum post has become a much bigger affair. A Turkish streamer who was speaking about the situation, P Queen, said she was doxxed live on stream when someone donated bits and revealed her phone number and her address. Supermassive Blaze, an organization that has a prominent EU Val roster, announced that they had parted ways with 2 players but did not name them. Other orgs have also parted ways with some of their players related to the alleged scheme. Sinan told me that accused streamers have denied these allegations, saying that they were not aware of this stolen credit card information. A statement that supports this was released by BBL Lego, who has since been let go from his org, saying that he did participate in the scheme, but he was told it was completely legal at first. He then says he tried to leave when the donor was anonymous, but he was unable to leave right away as his growing popularity was used as blackmail against him. He also says that he was not aware that the credit cards used were stolen. But what about CNET? Like I said, a lot of you may have heard about this story with the accusations being leveled against him. Was he accepting money from these alleged money launderers and their stolen credit cards? His team, Ascend, which some of you may know as one of the 16 teams competing in VCT Champions, released a statement regarding CNED's involvement. In the statement, they said that CNED received 1 donation from an account that has now since been connected to the scheme. They say that CNED was not in contact with the perpetrator, nor did he report the donation to Twitch, which he now believes was a mistake. At the end of the day, this is all alleged. There are no official results from an investigation, but if and when those results become public, we will update you on them. I found Sinan on Twitter, and I just saw he worked for a Turkish esports outlet, and I DM'd him and I was like, hey, I just wanna make sure I get this right. Are you willing to speak to me about this? And he was so kind and so patient and so understanding. He was just translating things for me without me asking. This is a Sinan Stan Club. I'm the president of the Sinan Stan Club.